let's make our way to a nice, comfortable seated position. So coming to sit up on some height, whether it's your block or your blanket, but have some height underneath your sitting bones. And I wanted to talk today about how the state of yoga is to be fully absorbed in the present moment. And the practice of yoga is anything that brings us closer to that state. And so all the movements that we do, the breathing, the meditation, all of this is designed to help get us closer to being in the state of yoga, to residing in the present moment. And when we are really absorbed in the present moment, then, our rumination about the past ceases and our anxiety about the future dissipates. And there's this release, this letting go that happens into this moment. And one of the best tools we have, the most accessible tools, meaning we can access it at any time of day, at any point, anywhere, no matter what we're doing, is to just bring awareness to the sensation in the body. So I invite you now to soften the gaze or close the eyes if that feels good, and just notice the sensation of the parts of your body in contact with the floor. See if you can really go into that sensation and deepen it. Feel those parts of your body in contact with the floor, and heighten that sensation. And then let's bring the awareness specifically to sensation associated with the breath. It might be the sensation of air moving in and out through the tip of the nose. It might be the sensation of the rib cage expanding and releasing. And choosing one sensation there and really centering your awareness on that specific sensation. We're not doing something special with the breath. We're just simply noticing sensation associated with it and letting the breath flow naturally in and out through the nose. And when thoughts arise, because they inevitably will, you can acknowledge that they're there and then bring the awareness back to sensation. And then when you're ready, let's bring the hands together in front of the heart. And we'll take a single Om here, all together. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling, and inhaling for Om. And exhaling, releasing the hands, softening the muscles of the face and the forehead as you let your eyes open. And we're going to begin lying on our backs. And you can open your feet wide. And we'll just start by windshield wipering the legs side to side. The arms can be out to the side or over the head in a cactus shape. And just massaging the lower back into the floor. And then come back through center, and we'll tuck and arch. So pressing the lower back into the floor and then arching into the lower back. And we'll just work through that a few times. And then we'll find neutral. So keeping a gentle arch in the lower back, and we'll exhale here and engage pelvic floor and deep abdominals, and then we'll float one leg to table, float the other leg to table, stay, and then lift the arms up and over the head. And then we're going to exhale and lower the right arm and the left leg, and inhale and lift. And exhale, lower left arm, right leg, and inhale and lift. And we'll just alternate like this side to side a few times. Keep drawing the belly down and in, pelvic floor stays engaged. Breathing in and out through the nose. That's it. Let's do 2 more on either side. Last one here. And then you can release the arms and release the legs. And you can windshield wiper again the legs side to side a few times. And then come back through center. Plant your feet hip distance apart on the floor. We're going to take our strap around the ball joints of the right foot. Straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling any amount. And I want you to engage your quadricep muscles here, the muscles in the front of the thigh, and really open up the back of your knee. And then we're going to bend the knee into full flexion. So bring the foot all the way down, and then you're going to straighten it all the way up and all the way down and all the way up. And I want you to really use those muscles in the front of your leg, your quadricep muscles, to really see if you can open up the back of the knee a little bit more. So you're working against the tension in the back of the leg. We all have tension there, but we're using the strength of the muscles in the front of the leg to work against that tension. My knee is cracking a lot. All right. And I want you to go through the fullest range of movement possible. So all the way bend, all the way straight. Use your quadriceps to really open up the back of the knee and straighten the leg. Good. Let's do a couple more. And then you can go ahead and straighten the leg up and make it as straight as you can. If you can get it vertical, amazing. If it's less than vertical, that's also fine. So you're in the place where you can get your leg straight. And then I want you to hold both sides of the strap with the left hand and use the right hand to press the right thigh away from you towards the left foot. And then you might need to loosen your grip on the strap a little bit because we're going to now straighten out that left leg. So you might need to take the leg a little further away from you in order to keep it straight here. Keep pressing the hip down towards that left foot. Engage the quadriceps. Breathing as if you can really breathe into the back of the leg. And then we're going to keep that right hip heavy, and we're going to start to take the leg over towards the left side a little bit. Not all the way, but a little bit there. And you might notice that the line of tension shifts now. Maybe now you feel a little bit more in the outer line of the leg. And then we're going to take it, let the hip lift now, take it all the way over to the side, coming all the way into a full twist. And then let that leg relax back down beside the left and pause. Let go of the strap. You can close your eyes here for a moment and just go into that right hip and notice what sensation is there for you. There might be some heat, some heaviness. Maybe the leg feels a bit longer. And then we'll bend the knees again, plant the feet flat on the floor, and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Good. And then let's come back
to center. And taking the strap now around your left foot, ball joints of the left foot, and all the way straight. Use the quadriceps, engage, and then all the way bend. And all the way straight, and all the way bend. And you're really engaging the quadriceps to work against the tension. So everyone experiences tension there in the back of the leg. It just happens at a slightly different place. So some of us have our legs more vertical. Some of us might even have them closer to our chest. Some of us have our legs further away. All of that is fine. What I want you to be focused on is, can we use the quadriceps? Can we engage those muscles in the front of the thigh to work against that tension? So it's like we're loading those muscles because they have to work against that tension in the back of the leg. Good. Let's do a few more. Breathing there. All right, and then straighten the leg. We're going to hold both sides of the strap with the right hand, left hand to the hip crease, press the thigh down and away, and then start to straighten out the right leg. And you might have to release the strap a little bit there. Keep pressing the thigh down and away, and then we'll slowly start to take the left leg over towards the right, just a little bit. Keep the hip heavy on the floor and just notice whatever tension is there. And that if it's moved maybe to the outer line of the leg, maybe it's closer to the ankle or in the calf muscle, maybe it's around the knee. Good. Couple more breaths here. And then we're going to take it all the way across into that full twist. And then you can let go of the strap and circle the leg back down beside the right. Put your strap off to the side. Close your eyes and pause there for a moment. Good. And then we're going to roll over now to the right hand side. So you're going to take your right hip down to the floor, left hip up, and I want you to have your blanket underneath your head. And you can have your blanket, you might even need it a bit thicker under the head. And you're going to stack your knees and stack your hips and take your arms out in front of you. And we'll just peel the chest open, draw the left fingertips across the body as you twist open to the ceiling, and then bend that elbow and slide it back across. And we'll do that a few times. Open it up and close it down. And open it up and close it down. Good. And then if you want to keep doing that with a straight arm, you can go ahead and straighten the arm out. And we'll do it with the straight arm, working into that rotation in the spine. And then the next time the hands are stacked, we'll stay and we'll start to circle the arm up and over the head. Rotate as you go up and over, take it back behind you, and then up and over the hip and around. And I want you to try to keep your arm as straight as possible, going nice and slow, and trying to keep the fingertips or the backs of the nails in contact with the floor to the best of your ability. One more in this direction. Work through the sticky spots. That's it. And then the next time the hands are stacked, we'll stay, and then we'll switch directions. Take it down and up and over, back behind you, and around. Good. And two more in this direction. And up and over. Good, last one. Good, and then we'll roll over and do the other side. So left hip down, right hip up. Head is supported. Make sure any props are out of your way to the best of your ability. Stretch your arms out in front of you, and we'll start by sliding the right fingertips across the body to open up and then back. You're across to close. And we'll do this a few times with the elbow bent. Good. And then if you want to continue with the arms straight, you can. Good. And then the next time the hands are stacked, we'll stay and we'll start to circle up and over the head. Trying to keep the arms straight, trying to keep the fingertips or the back of the nails in contact with the floor. Good, keep going. Find that rotation. One more in this direction, going nice and slow so you can really work through those sticky spots. And then let's switch directions. Good. Work through those sticky spots in the shoulder. One more like this. That's it. Good. And then let's make our way up onto our hands and our knees. And if your knees are sensitive, then please feel free to pad them with your blanket. And we'll start to work through some cat and cow. So exhale, tuck the tail round into the lower, into the mid, into the upper back. And then tailbone lifts. We arch into the lower, mid, and upper back. Good, and we'll do that a few times. Go nice and slow so you can really feel the movement in as many vertebrae as possible to the best of your ability. Good, one more time here. Open it up. And then let's make our way towards a neutral spine. Tuck the toes under, pressing out into the fingertips and suction cupping the palms of the hands as you lift up and back to your first downward facing dog. Press your hands into the floor. Lift your sitting bones high. Draw the top of your thigh bone backs and the top of your shin bone forwards. And then straighten the right leg, bend into the left knee and pause. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. And then lifting both the heels up high, bending your knees, look to your hands, step your right foot forwards. Come down onto the left knee. Untuck those toes. Inhale, arms are going to lift. Hold your left wrist lifted up, take it over to the right. And now here in this position, I want you to try to engage your left glutes, your left butt muscles. See if you can turn the glutes on. Send the hip forwards. And then let's come back to center. Release the wrist, arms lift. Exhale, twisting to that right leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale and twist to that right leg. Inhale, come back to center. One more time. Exhale, twist and stay. Taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Bend the right elbow. Inhale and deepen the twist. Exhale and release. Inhale and deepen the twist. Exhale and release. And one more. Inhale, deepen the twist. And exhale, release the arms by the sides. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. And then we're going to exhale, take the hands down to the floor, the blocks on either side of our front foot, and hinge forwards and back, forwards and back. Toes stay down as you hinge back. Heel stays down as you hinge forwards. Good. Maybe using now the right hand to pull the skin on the front of that foot forwards as you hinge back. Good. And then let's come back to center. Maybe the blocks come to a higher height. We're going to inch that foot a little further forward. Any amount, flex the ankle, press the heel down, draw the sitting bone back, and then from the hip, the whole leg rotates. In and out. In and out. Good. And then we're going to windshield wiper the foot on the floor side to side. Good. And then let's come back to center. Bring the foot in. Ankle is below the knee. Tuck the back toes under. Maybe the blocks come to a lower height. Stretch that leg back. Draw the thigh bones in. Reach through the crown of your head. Pressing down into the left hand. Inhale, rotate through the vertebral column into a twist. Good. And then keep that twist, and we're going to circle that arm around a couple times in either direction. Reach, 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 and rotate. Good. And then switch directions. Big full circle. Reach, 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 and rotate. That's it. And then take the hands down to the floor. Put the blocks off to the side. Step back. Come to downward dog. Lift the heels. Push the hands into the floor. Draw the top of the thigh bone back, send the top of the shin bone forwards, and then slowly send the heels to the floor. And just notice if the tension has shifted or changed at all. And then we'll inhale, come forwards towards a plank position and pause. Take the knees to the floor. Untuck the toes if you can. Exhale, elbows bend any amount. Inhale to straighten and exhale to hinge back. Inhale to hinge forwards. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten and exhale to hinge back. And we'll work through this a few times. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears. Collarbones stay broad. Good. And then let's come all the way down onto the belly. Point the toes, squeeze the butt, reach the arms out in front of you. Tuck your right toes under, so reach back through the heel, turn the kneecap inward slightly, and then straighten. Do the same on the left side. So the kneecaps are pointing slightly towards each other, and then squeeze your butt. Inhale, peel your chest open, draw your hands back, and find your W arm. So hands up above your elbows. Sweep those hands back by the hips. Butterfly the arms to the front. W arms, hands above the elbows. Sweep it back. Butterfly to the front. Good. 2 more. W arms. Sweep it back. Butterfly to the front. Last time. W arms. Sweep it back. Butterfly to the front. Exhale and release. Take a breath there into the belly. Hands under the shoulders, pressing back through a puppy pose. And then up and back to downward dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look to the hands, step the left foot forwards. Come down onto the right knee, untuck the right toes. Inhale as the arms lift. Holding the right wrist, lift it up, take it over to the left. And then really try to engage the right glutes. Send that right hip forwards from the power of your butt muscles. That's it. Breathe into that. One more breath. Inhale as you come back up to center. Release the wrist. Arms lifts. Exhale. Zip it in. Twisting to the front leg. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale and twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist and stay. Take the hand to the outside of the knee. Bend the left elbow. Inhale, deepen the twist. Exhale to release. Inhale to deepen the twist. Exhale to release one more time. Inhale, deepen the twist. Exhale to release, arms by the sides. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale as the hands come down to the floor on the blocks or the floor, and we hinge forwards and back. Forwards and back. Good. Heel down, toes down. Heel down, toes down. Maybe using your left hand to pull the skin forwards as you hinge back. Pull the skin forwards. Pull the skin forwards. Good. And then maybe the blocks come to a higher height. And then we're going to inch the foot further forwards. Flex the ankle, press the heel down. Draw the sitting bone back from the hip. The whole leg rotates in and out. In and out. That's it. And then we're going to windshield wiper the foot side to side on the floor. That's it. You got it. All right, and then come back to center. Bring the foot in so the ankle's below the knee. Tuck the back toes under, maybe blocks to the lower height. Straighten out that back leg. Draw the thigh bones into the hip socket and lengthen through the crown of the head. Push down into the right hand. Come into that twist. And I want you to push so you can feel the shoulder blades on the back of the body, and then rotate with that left into that left shoulder. Big, big, big full circles. Reach and rotate. Reach and rotate. Good, and then switch directions. Reach, 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 and rotate. And then hands to the floor, blocks off to the side. Step back, downward dog. Lift the heels high. Draw the top of the thigh bone back, send the top of the shin bone forwards. Slowly send the heels towards the floor. Notice if the tension has shifted at all. Go into that sensation in your body. Into the present moment. And then come forwards to plank and pause. Knees to the floor. Untuck the toes if that feels okay. Exhale to bend any amount. Inhale to straighten. And exhale to hinge back. Good. And we'll work through this a few times. Breathing in and out through the nose. Good, and then let's come all the way down onto the belly. Tuck the right toes under, straighten the right leg, kneecap in, point the toes. Tuck the left toes under, straighten it out, kneecap in slightly, straighten it out, reach the arms out, squeeze the butt. Inhale, peel the chest open any amount. Draw the hands back, find your W arms. Sweep it back. Butterfly front. W arms, sweep it back. Butterfly front. Two more. W arms, sweep it back. Butterfly front. Last time. Get those hands up above the elbows. Exhale and release. Big breath into the belly. Hands under the shoulders, press back through a puppy pose. And then up and back to downward dog. Bending the knees deep. Look to the hands. Step or walk the feet forwards. Inhale, peel the chest open. Exhale as you fold over your thighs. Inhale as you come all the way up to standing. Arms lift, chest lifts, lengthen, look up. And exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. And come back to the sensation associated with the breath. Breathing there. Feel that sensation, heighten it in your body, in your awareness, in this moment. And then exhale, release the arms, open the eyes. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, hinge and fold over the hips. Knees can bend as much as you'd like. Inhale, peel the chest open. Exhale, stepping the left foot back. Right foot stays forwards. Inhale, arms lift, high lunge. Holding that left wrist lifted up, take it over to the right. Bend your left knee a little bit, and now I want you to try to engage the left glute. Send that left hip forwards from the power of the glute. And then inhale, come back to center. Release the wrist, keep the arms lifted. Exhale, find your twist. Good, inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, downward dog. Inhale, forwards to plank and pause. Press out into the fingertips from the toes or the knees. We'll slowly lower all the way to the belly with control. Keep the hands where they are. Inhale, baby cobra. Hover the hands off the floor, squeeze the elbows in, draw the hands back, and then hands to the floor. Pull yourself through your arms, any amount, higher cobra or upward dog, and then knees down, toes tuck under, downward dog. Good, we're going to lift that right leg up and back, bend the right knee into the chest, and circle the right hip around, making as big a circle as you can. Good, and then switching directions. Stepping the right foot forwards behind the right thumb. Inhale, peel the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take the right hand down, bend the left knee, spring it forwards. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms lift, chest lifts, lengthen, look up. Right away, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back, left foot stays forwards. Inhale, arms lift, high lunge. Hold the right wrist lifted up, take it over to the left. Bend the right knee a little bit and try to engage those right glutes. Squeeze the butt. Good. One more breath here. And then inhale, come back to center, release the wrist, arms lift. Exhale, find your twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands down to the floor, stepping back, downward dog. Inhale, forwards to plank and pause. Press out into the fingertips from the toes or the knees. Slowly lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Hover the hands, squeeze it in. Hands to the floor, pull yourself through your arms, any amount. Downward dog. Left leg lifts up and back. Bend the left knee in, circle the left hip around. Couple times in either direction. And then switch directions. Stepping the left foot forwards behind the left thumb. Inhale, peel the left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes down, bend the right knee, spring the right foot forwards. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, arms lift, chest lifts, lengthen, look up. And again, hands together through center. Soften the gaze or close the eyes. Maybe you let the hands rest on the chest or one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Breathing there. Exhale, release the arms and open the eyes. Inhale, we're going to bend the knees, sit low, come into Utkatasana. Stick out the butt. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen, chest open. Exhale, stepping back, downward dog, plank, or a vinyasa of your choice. Meeting in downward dog. Lifting the right leg up and back. We're going to step that right foot forwards through the hands. Come down onto the left knee. Inhale, arms lift. Taking the right hand to the right hip crease. Press that thigh down and away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find your twist. Bring your elbow to your knee. And then inhale and come back up. Exhale, find your twist, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up. One more. Exhale, twist and stay, either taking the hand to the outside of the knee or working that arm in a little deeper into the twist. Now send that right hip back, send your breastbone forwards. Hands can come to prayer. Breathe into your lower back ribs. Maybe the back toes that tuck under and you start to straighten out that back leg. Good. Breathing there. One more breath. Exhale to release. Hands down. Stepping back, downward dog. Pause for a breath or two. And then maybe take a vinyasa or stay or child's pose, your choice. Meeting in downward dog. Left leg lifts up and back. Left foot steps forwards through the hands. Come down onto the right knee. Inhale, arms lift. Left hand to left hip crease. Inhale, push that thigh down and away, lengthen through the right arm. Exhale, find the twist. Elbow to knee, inhale up. Exhale, find the twist, elbow to knee. Inhale up. Exhale, find the twist and stay. Maybe the arm works in a little deeper. Draw the thigh bone back, send the breastbone forwards. Maybe hands come to prayer. Breathing into your lower back ribs. Maybe the back toes tuck under and you straighten out that back leg. Good. Use your quadriceps, work against gravity to open up the back of your knee if the leg is straight. Good. Exhale, slowly release the hands. Step back, downward dog. Child's pose is an option. Staying in downward dog or pausing into a plank or taking a vinyasa. All options. We'll meet back in downward dog. Bending the knees, look to the hands. Step walker, float forwards. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit low. Utkatasana, arms lift. Press through the heels, stand up. Samastitihi. Good, let's again close the eyes. Come back to the breath. Come back to sensation associated with the breath. Be in this moment. Acknowledging the thoughts and then inviting yourself back to sensation. Exhale, release the arms and open the eyes. All right. We're going to stay standing with the feet hip distance apart. You can have your hands resting on your thighs or take your hands across your chest. We're just going to hinge forwards and back from the ankle here. So as you hinge forwards, you might feel the toes grip a little bit. As you hinge back, the front of the ankle engages. That's it. And then we'll come back to center and we'll circle in one direction. And then coming back through center, we'll circle in the other direction. Good. And then come back through center and pause. Spread your toes. Lift the inner arches of your feet and then take the big toe down. Take the baby toe down. See if you can lift the middle 3 toes. And then spreading all 10 toes on the floor. That's it. Waking up. All right, we're going to grab a block. So you could take both of your blocks, one in front of the other. If balance is tricky for you, then please be close to a wall to use for your balance. We're going to step the right foot onto the block, and then we're going to step up and step down, and just step up and step down. And this is all we're doing right now. Your hands can be on your hips. Good. All right, now we're going to step up and we're going to stay. And I want you to notice if there's a tendency to try to hike up this left hip, or if it feels like it's kind of falling down. Now we're going to let that left hip fall. The right hip's going to pop out to the side a little bit. You're going to engage the glutes and level it off. And then let it fall and level it off. Good, and we'll do this several times. Good. Breathing into it. I want you to see if you can really turn on that upper outer butt muscle to level the pelvis, to stabilize yourself there. That's it. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and last 1. We're going to level and stay, and now we're going to swing the left leg like a pendulum. Good. Let the left leg be free. If you can swing your arms with you, then do that as well. Keep your balance. And then we'll slow it down, and we'll step off, and you can shake it out a little bit. And then we're going to do the other side. So left foot steps up onto the block. Step up and down, and up and down. We'll just do this a few times. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. And then stay up. Let that hip drop down. Use the butt muscles. Level it off. Hip drops down. Level it off. Good. And we'll keep doing this several times. So we're not trying to hike up the right hip. We're just trying to level the hips. Good. Keep going. Let's do 5 more. Last 2 here. Good. And then stay level and swing. Swing that leg as freely as you can. Momentum carries it through. That's it. Like a gazelle bounding through the savannah. Nice, free, easy movement using that elastic energy. Don't lose your balance like me. All right, and then let's slow it down and step off. Good. Pat it out. You can put your blocks off to the side. Coming back to center, we're going to do another balance posture here. Spreading the right toes, right inner arch engages, butt muscle turns on, core engaged, left knee to chest. Can hold the left knee with the left hand. Lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. If it feels appropriate for you to hook the big toe with the 2 first fingers and thumb, you can, but just don't lose the length of your spine in order to do that. So be in the place where you can maintain length in your spine. And if you have the big toe, maybe you straighten the leg out any amount, or you holding the knee, or you have the big toe and you're straightening it a little bit. Any of those are great options. Good. Stand up tall. Breathing here, root down into that right foot, reach up through the right fingertips. And then we're either going to take the right hand across, holding the left knee, or if you have the big toe hooked and you want to try, you can hold the outer edge of the foot. And then we're going to start to peel that right arm back, the left arm back, twisting towards the left. Breathing there. Come back to center. We're going to interlock the hands underneath the thighs, straighten out that leg, and then release. Good job. Shake it out. All right. Spreading the left toes. Root the left foot down. Inner arch engages, butt muscles on, core engaged, pelvic floor engaged, right knee to chest. Holding the right knee with the right hand. Left arm lifts up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. If you're hooking the big toe, you can go ahead and Take the big toe and straighten that leg out any amount. Making sure you can maintain the length of your spine. Breathing here. And then let's take the left arm across to the knee or the outer edge of the foot, twisting open towards the right. Breathing there. Good. Stay where you are. One more breath. Come back to center. Interlock the hands under the thigh. Straighten the leg. Point the toe. And then release. Good job. Shake it out. Nice. All right. Let's come back to center. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, or let the hands rest on the belly, the chest, wherever they feel called to rest. We'll take a few breaths there. Coming back to the sensation of the breath. Maybe coming into the sensation of the feet on the floor, connecting you to the earth. And then let's exhale, release the arms and open the eyes. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen chest open. Exhale, stepping back. Downward dog, plank, or a vinyasa of your choice. Meeting in downward dog. Bending the knees, look to the hands, step, walk, or float through to sitting. And then we're going to straighten the legs out in front of us. All right, have your blanket close by. Have a block close by. We're going to bend the right foot in, hold the right shin, and take that whole sitting bone back. Reach that left hip a little bit forward. So you're angling your pelvis here a little bit. Right foot presses down into the floor. Right hand's going to come behind you, fingertips to the floor. And you're going to hug your right thigh with your left arm. Push the hand into the floor behind you. Get more length in the spine. And then exhale, you're going to deepen the twist any amount. If it feels appropriate for you, you might cross the elbow over the thigh and take the hand into a stop sign position. If you're in that stop sign position, I want you to really push the arm into the leg and the leg into the arm, and see if you can feel your shoulder blade get strong on the back of your body. Good. One more breath. And then let's release, unwind, take a little counter twist to the left, and then we're going to switch legs, straighten out the right. You can give it a little shake. And then we'll take the left side. Bring that foot in, draw the whole sitting bone back. So you're angling your pelvis here just to start. Left hand comes behind you. Right arm is going to hug the left thigh. Flex the right ankle. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Maybe the arm crosses over the thigh and the hand comes into a stop sign position. If you're there, you're really anchoring the shoulder blade on the back of the body and resisting the arm and leg into each other. That's it, breathing there. Good, and then slowly unwind. Little mini counter twist. And then we'll release. Good, give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then we're gonna come and lie down on the back, bend the knees, feet hip distance apart, bend the elbows, press the elbows down into the floor. Exhale, pelvic floor, deep abdominals, butt muscles engage. Lift your hips. Send your hips towards the ceiling. You can release your arms down to the floor. Maybe walk the shoulders a little closer to each other. Press down into the arms. Lift the hips up. Breathing. And then exhale, slowly release. Good, come all the way down. We're going to do that one more time. Bend the elbows. Press the elbows down into the floor. Engage through the butt muscles, pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Lift the hips. Release the arms. Walk the shoulders in any amount. Press down into the arms. Engage the glutes. Lift the hips. That's it. Breathing. And then we'll slowly release. Come all the way down. Good. You can even close your eyes for a moment. And then let's go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give ourselves a little rock here, side to side. And maybe even holding the outer edges of the feet, bringing the knees down in towards the armpits. And again, give yourself a little rock, side to side. And then we'll slowly come back through center. Release the legs. You can take your blanket for under your head. Slowly starting to straighten the legs out on the floor. Take the arms down by your sides. Let's take a breath in through the nose. Exhale and sigh it out. And again, inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Let the whole body be heavy. Softening into the floor. Releasing and letting go. In a moment, I'm going to stop the recording, but I encourage you to stay here a little longer if you can, absorbing the benefits of your practice and letting go into the present moment. Sending the benefits of our practice out to all the beings in the world. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And namaste.